If you ask an OG Roblox player what Roblox used to be like, they'll probably tell you it was better and that games were amazing and that they weren't just made for money. But is it true? If you look at today's most played Roblox games, you'll notice that most of them target a younger audience and exist mainly to generate Robux and therefore money. But has it always been like this? If you go to this website and you paste Roblox's link, you select 2017 and click play as a guest, first of all congrats, you've traveled back in time. But what really stands out is the game distribution. Among the most popular games, you'll find classics like Phantom Forces or Pokemon Brick Bronze. But if you look closer, the real giants were Jailbreak and Meep City, basically the Steal a Brain Rot or Fish It of today, except those games were a bit more polished. You might also notice the lower player counts. Back in 2017, Roblox had around 50 million active users compared to nearly 400 million today. In that list, one game really stood out, Pokemon Brick Bronze. At the time, games like this were everywhere. You could find a lot of Pokemon games like Pokemon Brick Bronze, Project Pokemon, or Pokemon Fighters X. Copyright enforcement was looser back then, but when Pokemon Go launched on mobile, problems started on Roblox. Hundreds of Pokemon Go games appeared, and one day Nintendo said stop. All Nintendo-inspired games were taken down. It was the end of Pokemon games or even Nintendo-inspired game like Paper Mario Roleplay or Mario Kart, Roblox Dash. The party was over. More copyright issues followed, like Shinobi Life 2 temporarily being removed and renamed as Shindo Life, or Anime Adventures, which eventually came back. So are copyrights the reason fun and original games disappeared on Roblox? Developers adapted, especially in anime games where characters are renamed to avoid copyright. So why did Roblox turn into a money farm? Today, the platform heavily favors developers. In 2025, DevEx revenue, it's when you convert Robux into real money, increased by 8.5%. Premium payouts, based on premium players spending time in your game, also pushed developers to add boosts that encourage play even though revenues have reportedly dropped recently. UGC, now open to everyone, let players create easily or buy avatar skins, fueling a dynamic in-game economy. As early as 2020, money was already a big part of Roblox. On the official forum, you could find a job listing to join the Adopt Me team, offering an annual salary between 60k and 100k, clear proof that money was already deeply rooted back then. As a result, Roblox content creators leaned into microtransactions, and this ecosystem works perfectly for both developers and the platform. If a player spends Robux, they have to buy them first so both the developer and Roblox profit. The audience is generally young and therefore more likely to spend. In fact, Roblox isn't better or worse than it used to be. Yes, top games are designed to make money, but over time and with better technology, games have become more polished and more fun. That said, with a much larger player base and an algorithm that favors top performers, it's harder to find those hidden gems, but there are actually more of them than ever before.